Finding new construction in Scottsdale is tough because we don't have a lot of land left. But if you really want new construction, there are a few places that you can still find them. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. I'm Shawn Shackelton, your resource for all things real estate in Scottsdale and Phoenix. And in this video, we're going to talk about an area up in North Scottsdale that has a few developments going on right now. So you'll have a few different options. We'll get into not only the location, but the price points and the amenities. But stick around to the end because I'm going to tell you why some people choose not to live here, even though the homes are beautiful and the views are out of this world. Now, this is an exciting area because of all the building going on, but it does come with a little trade-off, and we'll get to that. Now, there are some other developments in the Central and South Scottsdale area, but they're usually on infill properties, which means that the land is small, which means that for the price that they're paying, they have to go up. So you usually find either townhomes or condominium complexes, and guess what? They sell out fast. But everything that we are talking about in this video are all single-family homes. Well, except for one. Let's start with where these developments are located, and they all sit up around Troon, Pinnacle Peak, and the Tom's Thumb Trailhead. They're actually kind of on the backside of Troon Mountain. And what you will notice, first off, when you turn off of Happy Valley Road onto Ranch Gate Road are the expansive views in every direction. You have Four Peaks straight ahead, which is to the east. You have the backside of the McDowells to the south. You have Troon Mountain to the west, and then you have the Continental Mountains to the north. And if you are looking for views of any of these are absolutely spectacular. There are 4 different communities that are being built in this location at the time of me recording this. So let's start with the first one that's sitting right on the corner of Happy Valley Road and Ranch Gate Road. And guess what this community is called? Well, it's called Ranch Gate. And this one is being developed by Toll Brothers. Here you have 6 different floor plans to choose from that are all single level. The home sizes range from about 3,200 square feet up to over 5,000 square feet. When you're building these homes, you do have a lot of customizable options, a couple of them being to add a guest casita or additional garages. Now, there will only be 42 homes built in this gated community, and at the time of me filming this, there are only 16 homes left. Something that people really love about this community are the lot sizes, because they are all at least an acre or more, which really allows you to have that expansive backyard that a lot of people look for, as well as the space between your neighbors. Now, the price point for these homes is going to range anywhere from about $1.8 million to well over $3.5 million. Now, as far as community amenities overall, you really don't get much after just the gate. But because these lots are so big, there's no real need to have like a community pool or parks or anything like that because everyone has it in their own yard. Now, as you go down Ranch Gate Road, you will come to the next one, which is called Sereno Canyon. Now, this community is a man-gated community, and it has 3 different collections of homes that they're building, which is also being developed by Toll Brothers. Now, this community sits on the south side of the street, on the backside of the McDowell Mountains, almost right below Tom's Thumb. Now, this community has been around for a while, and it's taken a little time for it to get off the ground because it was not originally Sereno Canyon. It was originally custom home sites. In fact, as you drive around Sereno Canyon, you might find some of those custom home sites that don't necessarily look exactly like what Toll Brothers is building within there. That's because those homes were actually built before Toll Brothers came in and bought all of that land. So these homes were actually absorbed into what Sereno Canyon is today. There are 3 different collections of homes here. First, you have the Enclave. These are townhomes, which if you go to their website, they call them duet homes. Then you have the villas, which might make you think that they're townhomes, but these are really single family homes. And then you have the estate homes, which these are larger single family homes on larger lots. The Enclave townhomes will range in size from 2,100 square feet to 2,700 square feet, with a few options to do guest casitas. Price points for these start around $1.15 million, but I can tell you I've had a few soon-to-be empty nesters and second homeowners look at these, and by the time they were done with lot premiums, upgrades, and landscaping, they were closer to $2 million. Then you have the villas, which are single-family homes that range in size from 2,500 square feet to about 3,500 square feet. These are on smaller lots, but a few of the floor plans do allow for guest casitas. Price points here will start at about 1.5, but just like the Enclave, I've had clients look into these and their final end prices were closer to about $2.5 million. Now, here's what I want to say about these two, because I've had clients, like I said, look at the Enclave, which are the townhomes, and then look at the villas, which are the single family homes. A lot of people, when they are looking at these, feel like they're kind of interchangeable. So it really goes to the buyer of, are you okay doing a townhome Or would you rather have a single family home? Because the sizes and their livability really feel very similar. Now, the last collection is the estate collection. And these are larger single family homes with square footages that start at about 4,100 square feet and go to over 5,500 square feet. And these are all built on acre plus lot sizes. Now, the price points on these start at about $2.6 million. But again, I can tell you that Toll Brothers has one of these on the MLS and it's listed for $4 million. Now, there are a lot of things that draw people to this area in general, not just Sereno Canyon, but the area overall. And like I've said before, one of the big things is the views, but the other is the modern architecture. The homes that are being built out here really have that more contemporary feel, more sleek lines. All of the builders out there have that option for this, and it is something that a lot of buyers are really looking for, which is drawing a lot of people out here. Now, back to Sereno Canyon, because it has a pretty amazing amenity with the Mountain Lodge. There you will find a state-of-the-art fitness facility, a spa, pool with cabanas, as well as a restaurant and bar. Now, currently the restaurant and bar is open to the public, but the entire rest of the Mountain Lodge is specifically for the homeowners within Sereno Canyon. Now, there is a cost for all of these amenities, and every owner pays a one-time recreation fee of $20,000 to be a member at the Mountain Lodge. Now, something else that they have done different at this community, but I think it was brilliant, was right around that Mountain Lodge, they have added a few casitas that you can rent out for family if they come to visit, or other people that are maybe thinking about buying within Sereno Canyon can rent it out and take it up for a test drive. But again, back to some of the clients that I've had look in this area, they're looking to downsize, but they still have family that come to visit. And maybe the house they're looking at has 2 or 3 bedrooms, but not enough space for maybe their adult kids and grandkids to come and visit. So having these casitas right there on the property to rent out for their family is an amazing idea. Because let's face it, when you go to visit family, you don't want to stay that far away, and having these right there on the property makes it really convenient. The next community in this area is called Storyrock, and this is made up of a few different builders. You have Shea Homes, David Weekley, Taylor Morrison, and Rosewood Homes. Now, the uniqueness of Storyrock is the fact that it is surrounded by 30,000 acres of preserve. When you see the beauty that is surrounding you when you're there on the property, it's really impressive. I mean, you have to love the desert, but it's just beautiful. And the ability to get to Tom's Thumb Trailhead or to get to the backside of the McDowell Regional Park within minutes, this is something that is really drawing people out to this area. These people want to be outside as often as possible. This community supports the vision of the McDowell Sonoran Conservancy, a public-private partnership focused on preserving the natural habitat. Storyrock commits to education, research, advocacy, and providing safe and respectful access to the preserve. Half of Storyrock's acreage is dedicated to open space and natural wildlife corridors to minimize the impact on the surrounding area. Now, Shea Homes was one of the first builders out in Storyrock, and the first collection that they built sold out really fast. Shea now has another phase that they're building called the Reserve, with homes ranging in size from 3,700 square feet to over 5,000 square feet. And the prices there are starting at about $1.6 million and going over $2 million. So after Shea came in originally, David Weekley and Taylor Morrison came in. Now for David Weekley, they have 2 different parcels that they're building on. And the first parcel that they started with, there was only 1 home left to buy. And that home is actually already built and ready for a quick delivery. But in phase 2, where David Weekley is building, they have more homes available. Now their homes range in size from 3,500 square feet to over 4,200 square feet, with prices there starting at about $1.7 million and going up from there. Now, just like I said on some of the others, once you start adding in the lot premiums and all of the upgrades, those prices go up pretty drastically, because another thing to note about whenever you're buying new construction, no matter what builder I'm talking about, oftentimes these homes are delivered with minimal front yard landscaping, but no backyard landscaping. So you have to take that into an account also. Now for Taylor Morrison and Storyrock, they built 2 different collections. They had the Summit Collection, which was their smaller homes, and then they built the Capstone Collection. Now for Taylor Morrison, they only have a few lots left available for either collection, and both of them state that they're going to start right around $1 million. Now, the last builder that came to Storyrock, and it was very much something that people were waiting for, was Rosewood Homes. And they're building 2 different collections of homes. The Canyon, you will find homes ranging in size from 3,600 square feet to 4,200 square feet, and prices starting at $1.7 million. Then you have the rosewood highlands, which are larger single-family homes with sizes that range from 4,000 square feet to 6,000 square feet and prices starting at almost $2 million. Now, as soon as you get into this size homes, one of the things I want to make note of is that the standard features are very different than a lot of other new construction. You are going to end up with extremely high standard finishes, things like Wolf appliances. Those are standard. Those huge sliding doors that are normally an upgrade in other builders, standard. Now, as far as amenities within Storyrock, you're not going to find anything like the mountain lodge like we talked about in Sereno Canyon. But the people that are coming here are looking for the outdoors. They want to know that they can get to the outdoors easily for hiking, biking, just being out in nature. And that is the amenity for Storyrock. The clients that I've taken out here to Storyrock are always blown away, not only from the views, but the other thing that they always say to me is that they say, I can't believe how peaceful and quiet it is. It's very private. And they absolutely love that. Now, the next up is a smaller community, and it's called Shadow Ridge, and this one is being built by Camelot Homes. This is a gated community with 31 lots that are all at least a half acre in size. The homes they are building here will range in size from 4,200 square feet to 6,500 square feet, and the prices will start in the high 2 millions. Now, if you don't know anything about Camelot Homes, they have been a builder in the Valley for over 50 years with a fantastic reputation. The homes that they build are not like regular builder homes. They truly feel more like a custom home with very high-end standard finishes. Now, Camelot has just completed Whitehorse, Bronco, and are just about to finish another community that's not far from this called Skyview. And these communities all sold out really fast. So I can almost guarantee you that Shadow Ridge is going to do the same thing. The floor plans are open and bright with all the most up-to-date design trends. They do a great job at evoking emotion in their models, which is what makes people fall in love and buy. Camelot has also recently opened their own design center. So when you buy from Camelot, you don't have to go to 3 or 4 different design centers. You go just to them and they have everything. Now, when I bring clients out to this area, like I've said, they are always blown away by the views. And if you don't live here yet and don't think views are that important, here they really are. But the other thing that they really love, which I mentioned earlier, but it's enough to mention again, is all the modern architecture. Now, overall, if you're looking to build out here, it doesn't matter what builder you talk to, you're probably looking at anywhere between 16 to 24 months to get completed home. Many of these homes have more customization options than just a regular new build construction. And because of that, it usually takes a little bit longer for them to be built. But if you love these and need a home sooner, every one of these builders has quick delivery homes. You can't go to the design center and pick out all your finishes, but you can also have a home much more quickly than 16 to 24 months. So you have 2 options, either build or buy a quick delivery. But either way, you're getting a brand new home. And there's only one reason that any of my clients that I've taken out to these communities have decided not to buy. And that was because of the amount of time it took to drive, well, just about anywhere. There is a gas station and a Walgreens drugstore about 5 to 7 minutes away. So you can pick up milk and eggs and, some of the essentials. But to get to a grocery store, it's going to take you 15 to 20 minutes one way. To get your kids to school, it's going to depend on where your kids go to school, but you can figure 20 to 25 minutes one way. I took a video leaving one of these communities, driving all the way down just to get to Pima. Now, there is construction on Happy Valley, and when that is over, it will be a lot faster, but just that drive overall took about 7 to 8 minutes. I've had many clients that have looked out in this area and they absolutely loved it, fell in love, loved the floor plans, loved the location, loved the views, everything. But then when they sat down and we really talked about what their lifestyle was, where they like to go, what they like to do, it just didn't make sense for them. Now, I know there are trade-offs no matter where you buy, but this is something that I like my clients to know before they buy, because there is nothing like buying a home that you love in a location that you don't. Now, before you go visit any home builder, make sure you take a look at this video and give me a call. As always, I thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.